you're looking at a handful of people right here who have invested a lot of money into their personal brand, a lot of time and effort into their brand, their Instagram, and it's done a lot in return, right? And so I want to introduce you to Alex, if you don't already know him, Chris, great friend of ours, and then Cody and myself, of course, with I Come Up. So, I mean, Alex, you know, over the past, I don't know, year and a half, 2 years, you've taken your
6 months.
6 months.
Yeah.
You've taken your brand, which has resulted in real business for you and your life. Talk about that for
Yeah, man, it's just the online space wasn't something I've always been involved in. You know, I have different traditional businesses in Ecuador that are more relationships B2B, but for the first time ever, I decided, you know, I was gonna grow my personal brand. And at first I started slow and things started working, but it wasn't until I really started investing in myself that, you know, and taking myself to the next level. I was telling these guys, you know, I've invested well over $15,000 into my Instagram. I know that's insane. People are like, oh, are you trying to be Insta famous or whatever? And not at all. You know, this guy taught me that it's about the connections that you can make. It's about, you know, the exposure that you have from having a big account. As crazy as it sounds, we live in a world where people want to do business with individuals that have big accounts, and they want to buy products from businesses that have big accounts. So if you don't have a big account, you don't have that exposure, you're really not going to do much. Not, at least not nowadays.
Yeah. So Chris has helped you, myself, Cody. We've done a lot of business with you, Chris. Probably 50 to 100,000 in business just
Chris
in the past,
Thunder.
Yeah, just in the past 6-12 months. So I mean, you know, you're somebody who has guided a lot of us in the right direction, and it sure as hell has helped us in business as well.
Right, and I think the big thing to piggyback off of what you just said, what Alex just said, and I know exactly what Cody's thinking right now, is it's all about being a part of something in the experience, because people want to feel like they're included. So when they feel like they're included in a part of the journey, they're more likely to not just listen to you, but they're also more likely to buy from you. They're also more likely to refer you people, which is, I think, a lot of our business too is from referrals. So if you can imagine, just picture this for a second, you know, you and yourself, you know, growing your following, investing, you know, in your business with Jeremy, Cody, Alex, myself, and really taking it seriously. Imagine all those other people that were in your shoes that are looking at you now going, wow, they actually took the initiative to invest, and now they're seeing X, Y, and Z results from it, which all come from the referral-based marketing, you know, the word of mouth, and also relating into the traditional business factor to where you're going to meet a lot of people that are in that corporate lifestyle still that are looking at you going, wow, like, you know, like Alex said, you know, it's the famous. And it's kind of funny, but, you know, these days people want to see, you know, you having success through materialistic shit. And I'm just saying that because if you look at this car right here, this is a Lamborghini. If you turn over here, you know, this is a brand new M3. And if you look over there, there's a Ferrari. So people want to see that though. So these cars are not rented, but they're from, you know, having the Insta fame, you know, and the referrals, you know, brought in by business, you know, working with I Come Up, you know, with Cody, Jeremy, you know, Alex, myself, but it all goes back to actually diverting yourself and being different into actually gaining and building your following.
It's just reaching more people.
And providing a good service. You know, there's only so many people that I think do it right these days, and what's funny to me is he closes his own deals. I don't get paid from his deals. We're in the same exact space, but there's so much room in this space if you do it right. Now, how are you going to do it right? You got to get with the right people. So leverage Chris, leverage us, leverage Alex. It doesn't matter. There's more than enough to go around, but you got to believe that, right? Because if we have the mindset, I'm looking at Alex saying, well, he got a Lamborghini. How can he do that? And I can't. You know, that's never going to get me anywhere. It's never going to get Chris anywhere. If they're doing the same thing, looking at the Ferrari, the M3, whatever it is, they have that, I don't. That's a mindset I think a lot of people are stuck in. You know, like everyone's growing their Instagram now. And yeah, but a lot of people aren't doing it right. Yeah. A lot of people aren't doing, you know, what we do.
It's crazy. It's the perception. If you're a brand, and I remember this brand that I wanted to buy a pair of shoes from. My buddy got them, and he's like, check them out. And I go on Instagram, and they have 9,000 followers, and the shoes are worth $250. I'm like, there's absolutely no way I'm buying these pair of shoes.
Didn't match.
A year later, I see them on Men's Fashion Post, and now they have 200,000 followers. I immediately go on the website, I buy the pair of shoes, because in my head, now it's cheap to buy a $250 pair of shoes from a brand that has 200,000 followers. It's just how your mind works. It's how your mind works. Whether you want to believe it or not, it's how your mind works. So if you're a brand owner and you have a brand that you're trying to sell even if it's $250 pair of shoes, and you don't have hundreds of thousands of followers, how are you gonna expect people to believe in you, believe in your brand, and buy your product? They're not going to, man.
Never.
All about social proof. One last example. If someone reaches out to you and they have, just on a huge scale, 1 million followers, and they send you a message and say, hey, I'd love to work with you, you're not only 10 times more likely to hear them out of what they've got going on.
Feel special.
But exactly, and you're
Seriously.
way more likely to actually become good friends with that person who owns the page or whoever it is, but you're probably going to have a lot more leverage by working with them at the end of the day than you would, let's say, if they only had 9,000 followers, 8,000 followers. It's all about that social presence, that influence and credibility, which everybody here can help you do.
And those connections you make online are real. They are real. These aren't just followers, right? We're not just getting Insta fame. We're developing real in-person connections that down the road are going to translate into corporate businesses, real estate, right? Investing into real estate.
I mean, you're already looking at 4 people right here who, because of building personal brands specifically, have helped us develop multi-million-dollar businesses right here.
Well, it's crazy because I'm someone before that it's like you got to go to networking events. I'm someone that I'm not shy by any means, but sometimes I'm lazy and I'm like, oh, do I have to get ready to go to this and spend 4 hours networking? I might not get a connection when I wake up. And my funny thing is like the pajama money. I wake up from 8 a.m. and I'm already networking with at least 100 people before I have breakfast. I'm just sitting there on my phone. So if you're not utilizing that and you're thinking you have to go to happy hour to make connections, you're really wrong.
Yeah.
You're wrong.
Appreciate you guys. Appreciate the time.
Appreciate you, man. You keep crushing it, brother.
Appreciate it. Likewise.
Love it, brother.
Love it. Hey, get connected to one of these guys. Shoot us a
Love you,
message.
bro.
Click whatever's below. We want to talk to you.
Yeah, 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 yeah.